Hi, welcome to the farm. When you grow your own food and store it, you have to find good ways to use it. Today, it's butternut squash from the root cellar, and I'm going to make 4 unique recipes. Okay, we ready for some butternut squash pancakes?
Hey, that sounds great today, especially on a snow day.
Yeah, we got a couple inches of snow, so perfect morning for pancakes, don't you think? Then he can go out and plow snow.
Yeah.
So it's just like any other pancake. I put all the dry ingredients in here, the flours, the baking soda, baking powder, spices, and I'll have the recipe below, exact amounts. And then the wet ingredients, the butter, the milk, and there's maple syrup in here. And the one ingredient add then is the butternut squash. All roasted, cooled off, and mashed. Nice smushed up butternut squash. That goes in with the wet ingredients and gets mixed in, then put it in with the rest of the pancake batter stuff.
So you're telling me you got up early this morning and roasted that?
Not early. Somebody got up pretty late. So. But that's one thing, those little spaghetti squash, they roast up faster, you know?
So why spaghetti squash?
I mean, it is early. I grew a butter bush squash, and they're smaller than the regular butternut squash. But they do roast faster. So, I don't know, there's pros and cons to that. Okay, so the butternut squash is all mixed into the wet ingredients. I'm going to pour it into the dry ingredients, and we're going to have butternut squash pancakes. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
You'll probably have yours with maple syrup on top, won't you?
Real maple syrup, yeah.
I'm going to have mine with honey.
Okay.
I like my honey. Makes it kind of pretty.
Yeah.
Like peachy. A little bit peachy looking.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get the pan heated up, and we're going to cook up some pancakes.
We have that, what do you call that skillet for pancakes?
Well, we have griddles.
Griddles
electric
that go
griddles.
across two.
Well, yeah, but I found it didn't work that great last time.
Okay.
It goes across 2 burners on an induction stove.
Yeah.
I'd just like to have a square pan is what I'd like to have.
Oh, well, hey, your birthday's coming up.
That's true. That's tomorrow. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get a square pan.
There you go.
Now, remember what I want? I want some nice wool yarn to make myself another shawl, big heavy shawl to wear around the house.
There you go. Merino wool.
Yeah,
right?
but I got to figure out what wool. I've never bought merino wool to crochet with before. So I have to figure that out. Can't wait to taste these. I think they're going to be good.
Yeah, me too.
And we'll be getting some vegetables with breakfast.
Don't put that in my head.
You'll love it. All right, delicious breakfast of butternut squash pancakes, some sausage, and our homemade Bulgarian yogurt with raspberries.
I'm really looking forward to this. This looks awesome.
Ready?
Looks great. Yeah.
Give it a try, see what you think.
Okay, hold on.
He usually likes my sourdough discard pancakes. They're like his favorite.
That's the only pancake I will eat
I have a
anymore.
feeling this is going to measure up to those.
Okay, we'll see.
Cheers. What do you think?
That's good.
They are very, very good.
Yeah, excellent.
And they taste similar to
Wow.
the sourdough ones because I put cinnamon in those. And these are cinnamon, nutmeg, you know, those kind of spices.
Wow.
They're light, fluffy.
They're thicker than other pancakes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Now, would you know there's butternut squash in there?
No, but I can taste a little bit of the spice.
Yeah, that's what you taste.
Yeah, and I don't know. It just works.
It does. It does.
Very good.
So what would you rate it? 1 out of 5.
Okay, keeping in mind we're in the category of pancakes and breakfast things, I'd say that's a high rating, 4.5.
Okay, I think I'd give it a 5. I can't imagine a pancake being much better than this. I really can't. I wonder if you could make the sourdough discard pancakes with butternut squash.
See, that's why I left room for a 5.
Could be even better. But these are, they're wonderful. Definitely make them. If you have butternut squash to get rid of, here you go, breakfast.
Biggest hit of the butternut squash competition so far.
It's the first thing, but so far it's a hit. This recipe sounds really fun. It's a comforting butternut squash casserole for cozy nights. It's very cold out today, so that sounds like the perfect recipe. Now the first thing I have to do is peel these babies, cut them in cubes, and get them roasted. And these look small. They actually are small. I grew a variety last year called Butterbush. They don't vine out quite as far as regular butternut squash and go crazy, but they produce smaller squash. I might go back to regular butternut squash next year and get bigger squash. So I'll probably do 2 of these for this casserole. If it was a big squash, I think 1 would be enough. In this case, it's not.
Butternut squash. I think I'm looking more forward to the cozy evening that you read.
He's not exactly excited about anything squash, but I've taught him how to eat spaghetti squash, round zucchini squash. So by the end of this video, he's going to love butternut squash too.
You do have a good track record on that. I'll admit that. So I'm going to try to keep an open mind here.
With squash, it's really how you prepare it. It's like a blank canvas. It's what you do with it. And we're going to do some really funky stuff this time. Recipes that sound interesting to me. So they're experiments.
So you had a whole bunch of comments of people that have basements and larders full of butternut squash. Looking for new ideas, huh?
And there's the typical recipes. There's a lot of good butternut squash soups out there. You know, and butternut squash apple casserole, things like that. But these are some ones that I don't think you usually see. I just wanted to try something different.
The butternut squash soup. Is that one of those cold soups?
No, it's actually a warm soup. And you've had it. You probably don't remember. I love it.
Okay.
He's not as crazy about it, but I think he's going to love. These are recipes I think he'll really like, especially one of them.
Okay.
So I'm on board. I got to get this baby all peeled, get the seeds out of it, cube it up, and get it in the oven to roast. Got it all cubed up. Now she's going to put some olive oil on it, some salt and pepper, stick it in the oven at 400 to roast. It'll be about 20 to 30 minutes. I'll let you know exactly how long it takes. And I did do 2 small squash since they're small.
How will you know when it's done?
Whenever it's soft. Whenever you can poke it with a fork and it's soft, ready to go. Okay, so olive oil. And it's just salt and pepper to taste, so just a little bit. It's going to get more seasoning later. I will have the recipe down here with exact amounts. I'm not big on measuring, usually. So just stir that up good. Throw it in the oven. Okay. And I did put olive oil on the tray so it doesn't stick. So it's a greased tray, greased squash, ready to roll. All right, in the oven at 400, and we'll see how long it takes. All right, so for the cozy squash, I have the squash cooked, ready to go. Now I need to saute some onions and some garlic in butter. And that's part of the casserole. And this is our onions and our garlic. We didn't have a great onion year, but I have at least some to use for the winter, but I hope we get a lot more next year. And I hope to get enough I can freeze dry, so they're always ready to use, you know? I think that's a good idea. A viewer just recommended that about mushrooms, freeze drying mushrooms. And I think that'd be a good idea too, so I always have mushrooms. So we just have to watch for mushrooms to go on sale so we can get a whole bunch. Okay. Do the onions until they're kind of translucent, and then I'll mince the garlic and put it in. Now if they're simmered, I just mix everything together. It's the squash, a little bit of sage and nutmeg. Stir that up, and then I mix half the cheese in with this, and the rest will get sprinkled on the top. So I'm gonna get this a little bit mixed up, and then I'll put some cheese in here to mix it up. This is interesting. We'll see how this tastes. Okay, let me put half the cheese in there. Mix it in. And the other half goes on top of the casserole with some breadcrumbs. So the top should get a little bit of a crusty topping, maybe. Hopefully.
I'm going to come up there and take a look.
Okay.
Nice. So that cheese is supposed to melt then?
Well, it'll melt as it's baking. It's going to go in the oven and bake for like 25 minutes.
Oh.
So for now, I'll just put it in the casserole dish, put the cheese and breadcrumbs on top, and then it bakes.
So could you have done that in cast iron and then just moved the cast iron
Well,
over?
probably, yeah, you could have. Yeah, I should use cast iron more, shouldn't I? Because you can use cast iron on an induction stove.
Yeah.
It's just so heavy.
And then put it right in the oven.
Yeah.
But the antique ones are thin. They're not as heavy.
Okay. Well, maybe I could probably lift it because some of those are pretty darn heavy. Okay, so I'm going to dump this all in there. And see, the cheese is melting because it's a little bit hot already. Now, the rest of the cheese, I might put the breadcrumbs on first. We'll sprinkle a little bit of breadcrumbs on the top and then the cheese. I'm sure there's an amount, but it's a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a crunchy. And the cheese. The Gruyere cheese, which we only had because we made French onion soup the other day. Because we don't usually have Gruyere cheese. So when I saw this recipe, it's like, we have that. All right. In the oven, I forget what temperature. I'll let you know what temperature and for how long. But time to get it baking.
Well, it's dinner time.
Yeah, you ready for your cozy, comforting butternut, now what is it? Comforting butternut squash for a cozy night.
Awesome. Looking forward to a cozy night.
Go ahead, help yourself how much you want to try.
Well, we'll give it a shot here. Cheese looks awesome. I'm going to get a little more cheese here.
We had a very crazy day, so this is it for dinner. I didn't have time to make meat or anything. This is it. But we were just looking. Butternut squash has a lot of vitamins and minerals and stuff. It's very, very good for you. So, it's good.
Smells good, doesn't it?
It does smell really good.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be a little bit hot.
All right. Make sure I get some cheese with every bite.
With every bite. Hang on, I'm a big, big bite. Okay, we ready?
Yep.
Here goes. Not bad, huh? The cheese really makes it.
Yeah, the cheese is very good. And the squash just kind of all integrates into it. It's good.
It's very good. What would you give it? What would we do, 1 out of 5?
Yeah, 3.5.
I'd probably give it a 4, 4.5, because I really like it. And it's pretty. The orange color makes squash. It's really pretty.
Yeah. But as far as veggies and stuff, though, you can't put them on the same level as like asparagus and
that's true.
corn and
Nothing's
others.
going to be as good as asparagus or some things.
Yeah. But it's very good. And I like the mixture with the cheese and the different textures, a little bread.
I find a lot of the butternut squashes recipes are like sweeter. The butternut squash apple, they're more on the sweet side. This is more on the savory.
Yeah, so definitely savory.
Yeah, I want to find more and more savory ones.
Yeah.
So, I give it a thumbs up. I'd make this again. It's not out of the world, but it's good.
It's not something I'm going to think like, I'm getting really hungry for that squash stuff.
Oh, I might.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I might.
Okay.
Then you have to learn how to like squash more. So we're still working on it. But I think he'll eat it more and more.
I'm going to enjoy this for dinner tonight. So.
Yep. Nice vegetarian dinner.
Here starts our cozy night.
There you go. The next recipe is one that I made last week, and I love it. But Donnie hasn't tested it yet. So we'll see what he thinks of it. It's actually a savory spiced butternut squash.
Well, as our viewers know, I'm a tougher judge, too.
He is tougher. But I love this. It's a spiced one. It has like Indian spices like cumin, chili powder, and garlic. And then I had it with a little bit of our yogurt, and it just worked wonderfully. So for this one, I did just like I did in the last recipe. I peeled the butternut squash. I cubed it up. Now I'm going to coat it with some olive oil. And I will have the recipe below with the exact measurements, since I don't measure real carefully. And kind of get that stirred around so that all the pieces are kind of coated in oil. And a lot of times I mix these together ahead of time just to save time for you guys. But I actually like mixing the spices together in this instant. It seems like it's mixed ahead of time so it gets more evenly distributed on the squash. So I have all those spices mixed together. Okay, it all looks pretty oily. Now, mix the spices in. Once I think it's all evenly mixed, just a matter of pouring it onto a greased baking pan, putting it in the oven at 425, and it says for 40 minutes, but I just go by when it feels tender to me. I just start poking it with a fork and tasting it, seeing if I think it's tender enough. And I do usually get in halfway through and kind of shuffle them around a little bit. So, in less than an hour, we have a delicious, savory, seasoned butternut squash.
So is it testing time?
Yes, it is. Taste test.
All right. You know what? I haven't tasted any of it, but I can smell it. It smells good, doesn't it?
It is very good.
Yeah.
Well, I would taste a bite without the yogurt and then put the yogurt on the next bite.
Okay, so you're advising me because you've already
I've
had
tasted it and I know I love it.
Okay.
We'll see what you think, but I think I really do like it with the yogurt.
Okay.
We're into our yogurt.
Oh. Looks like a good yogurt.
It is. We made it.
This is probably looks weird to most folks. You're what? You're eating yogurt with? I don't get it.
Don't knock it till you try it.
All right, I'll try it without it
Fine.
first.
Cheers.
Okay. It's nice and soft. That's good.
Good flavor.
When I say that, it's like, oh, I'm surprised.
He always is hesitant in squash,
Yeah.
but ends up liking it. Now try a bite with a little bit of yogurt.
Okay. It's more interesting.
Doesn't that work?
Yeah. That's good.
Now the yogurt we use isn't a sweet vanilla-y sugary yogurt. It's one we made. It's very tart and tangy. It's really good with savory things. And actually that's next week's video about yogurt, because we finally figured out how to make it consistently with the same taste. I like this. So what would you rate this one?
Well, I like it too. And like, not like some casseroles where you kind of expect it to carry the weight of the whole meal.
No, this would be great as a side dish.
This is a side dish, and it's a very good side dish. I like it. I think I'm going to rate it a 4, which to me is very high.
He's tough, so that's pretty good.
For just a side dish, you know?
Yeah, I definitely give it like a 4.5. I really enjoy this, especially with the yogurt. It just adds, I don't know, a dimension.
I think it's a very good supportive thing, and no way would it carry the weight of the whole meal, but I like it. You should try it.
Definitely. He's really going to like the next recipe.
Okay.
The next recipe is for butternut squash cheesecake.
All right, that's the one I'm looking for.
Trust me, it's going to be good. We made a sweet potato cheesecake that was to die for. So I think this is going to be just as good. And this one, I just have to cut the butternut squash in half, put it face down in the oven, and bake it till it's soft. Then's when the real fun begins.
All right, sign me up for the taste test on this one.
Got it cut in half, seeds are out. I'm going to place it face down in the cookie tray, 400 degrees until it's tender. And then we'll see how it is. Squash is done roasting. It's nice and soft. And while that's cooling off, I'm going to go ahead and make the crust for the cheesecake. And I'm just making a typical graham cracker crust, but I'm going to put a little bit of chopped pecans in it. I love pecans, and we're actually going to have candied pecans on top of the cheesecake. So that's my own personal addition to the recipe. So just mix the graham cracker and the pecans up. I'll stir in the melted butter. Get it all mixed up and put it in the graham cracker crust in the springform pan. I think this is really going to be yummy.
Ruby's interested in following you too.
Ruby's interested in anything, anytime I'm cooking. Like, is Mom going to drop something? You're hoping to drop something, aren't you? You'd be more than willing to help clean it up, I know. Okay. Get that butter nice and evenly mixed in there. smells good already. Just
let's come up and take a look
graham
at
cracker
this here.
crust. It's just graham cracker crumbs, a little bit of pecans, and the butter. Oh, and I actually have a little bit of brown sugar in there too.
Okay.
And I'm going to dump it in the crust, into the springform pan, and just push it into the bottom. I'm not going to have it go up the sides, just the bottom of the pan. Just a matter
Is that
of
what the
pushing in place.
recipe said, or is that your preference?
No, that's what the recipe said. You can make it go up the side, but I don't think we really need the crust to go up the side. So just make it nice and flat in the bottom.
Okay.
So voila, crust. Now I just have to make the cheesecake part.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just going to scrape all the squash out of the skin here and see what it measures. Should be about a cup, cup and a half. See how it turns out. It might not be quite that. Be close. Just nice and soft. Mushy. That's what you want it, mushy. Now my chickens tomorrow, I'll take that out to them and I'll add every little molecule of squash out of there. There won't be a bit of squash left in there.
But they won't eat the skin?
They might eat some of it, usually not. There'll just be a little tiny, tiny skin laying there. But they love the squash and the seeds and stuff. So, let me get this all mashed up and see if it looks like a cup to a cup and a half. Okay, so the crust is ready. Now I'm going to start mixing up the cheesecake. And I'm going to start by mixing the cream cheese, some sugar, some flour, and some salt. I'm going to get the cream cheese kind of creamy first, and then add that stuff. So here goes nothing. Cream cheese, sugar, salt, and flour are all beat up and smooth. Now I'm going to add the spices, the mashed butternut squash, some vanilla, and some maple syrup. I think that's going to be really good with maple syrup. And the spices are cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger, and it's our homegrown ginger that we grew and freeze-dried and powdered. Delicious maple syrup.
And that's the real maple syrup.
Real maple syrup, yeah, not the fake stuff. Real maple syrup. The butternut squash. It's going to give it a really nice color. I mean, and what the sweet potato one we made was really pretty. So hopefully it's pretty and tasty.
So Ruby is stirring in the next room because our son and daughter-in-law are here with a bunch of kids. It's a little bit nicer today.
Yeah, it's not quite as cold right now.
Yeah, they're getting all their buggies out to ride, and Ruby wants to run with them.
Yeah. Not going to happen. She's a little too much. And this vanilla is still the vanilla my friend made for me. If I get the lid open. It's a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. Oh, that smells so good. It's so vanilla-y. I don't know if that's a word, but this is amazing vanilla. Okay. So I'll put all that in, beat that up till it's nice and smooth, and then I add eggs, 5 eggs, one at a time. And again, this recipe will be down below so you can see exact quantities and everything. All right. Where'd my spatula go? Here we go. Here goes nothing. I'm going to scrape it down here. Now I'm going to add the eggs one at a time as it's going. Okay, now just pour it in the crust and bake it at 425 for roughly an hour. And I'm a little nervous. This seems like a really runny cheesecake. I hope it turns out okay. We'll find out. You never know unless you try. I'm gonna tap it a few times to get the air bubbles out. Okay, and in the oven it goes.
All right, we're making candied pecans. The first step is to melt the butter in the pan, and we've done that, and I think we have good mix. So I'm going to go ahead and put in, what is this, a half a cup?
Yep, half a cup of brown sugar.
The brown sugar. And we're gonna stir it around, get it all ready to receive the nuts. Now this is our second time around because we wanted to show you of how easy it is to burn.
Oh yeah, we meant to do that.
And whoops.
You got to be careful. They say it burns very quickly in the end.
Yeah, the directions even warned us, and I was on board here stirring them, and I think I kept waiting for the sauce to get thick, like thick, heavy caramelized, and you don't. The nuts started smoking, and we're like, uh-oh, this isn't good.
So we'll take them off before they smoke this time.
Yes, and we'll show you the first batch. They don't look terrible, but they taste terrible.
They're burnt.
They're burnt. So, all right, I'm going to stir this for a few minutes here to get it ready.
And then put the nuts in.
And we'll bring you back. Okay, the butter and the brown sugar looks like they're all set to receive the pecans. And boy, they look terrific. And now this time around, we're not going to burn it because we want to have good candied nuts for our cake.
For our cheesecake and for all kinds of stuff. Second batch going out on the parchment paper to dry.
Yeah, they're much lighter color. Again, on the last batch, I was waiting for it to be a thicker syrup so that it would stick.
But it did go fast.
Yes.
And the thing even said they can burn quickly in the end.
Yeah.
They weren't kidding.
Yep.
So this is about 4.5 minutes. They say 4 to 7. The last time we did 7. This time it was 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So we'll let these dry and then we'll give them a taste test. All right, we have some of the family here today. They're actually celebrating my birthday. It's tomorrow. And she brought a tiramisu, but they're also willing to try my butternut squash cheesecake. So we'll get a lot of reactions on this to see if it's thumbs up or thumbs down. We'll see how it looks here. Looks pretty well done.
It looks terrific.
We'll do little pieces.
Okay.
Ooh, it does look good. Look. Oh yeah. I'm going to put a little bit of whipped cream on the top. And candied pecans, you think?
Yes, definitely.
Some on the side there. How's that look?
Excellent.
All right. So who else is willing to try this? I think it's going to be good.
So what do you think?
What do you think?
Good.
Tastes like pumpkin pie.
It does, doesn't it? It tastes like pumpkin
Yeah.
pie.
It tastes
Wow.
It does like it.
I would have never known this.
It is very good. And the crunchy candied pecans are a nice touch.
Yeah.
Now, you wouldn't know there's butternut squash in it.
It is good.
It turned out really good.
Yes.
Okay, so I think you can put almost anything in a cheesecake and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Because we made sweet potato, now we've made butternut squash. What's next? Now it's time for the bonus. And this isn't for people. This is actually for dogs. Right, Ruby? This is something called popsicles. What you do is you make stuff, freeze it in these little molds, and ends up going inside this thing, and Ruby licks and licks and licks and licks to get it out.
That's
And
a
it's just-
container, right?
Yeah, it opens up. I'll show you later. I'll put one in for her and let her eat it. But she just loves those. She gets one of those every night, so I have to keep popsicles made. And I've made them with pumpkin, with sweet potato, and now I'm making it with butternut squash. So if you have butternut squash you gotta do something with, and you have a dog you want to pamper, perfect.
Wait, did you ask Ruby if she likes butternut squash?
Ruby, do you like it? We'll find out when I give it to her if she likes it.
Okay.
I'm betting the answer is yes.
All right.
There's much she doesn't
She's
like.
wagging her tail at you right now.
Yeah, she's excited. So the first ingredient is yogurt, and we're using our homemade yogurt, which that video is coming out soon. We think we finally have it figured out, how to get the yogurt the way we want it to taste. But this recipe consists of, whoops, I made a mess now, made of
So
yogurt.
wait a minute. How come you're not wearing aprons? I think the last couple of videos you're not wearing aprons.
They're actually both in the wash. I ordered some more, different colors, but the two that I have are in the wash.
Okay.
And I haven't had time to do laundry, so thus no apron. So it's yogurt, good old butternut squash, or sweet potato, or pumpkin. And I've actually already done this with applesauce too. I had some applesauce to use up. Ruby doesn't mind getting leftovers. She really doesn't mind. And I think the most important ingredient probably, peanut butter. That part I think is Ruby's favorite.
She knows
flavor.
that word, doesn't she?
I think, well, she knows popsicles. She sees me doing this. She knows.
But she gets a peanut butter treat too. She
Yeah.
loves that.
Okay. And it's just a matter of blending it up. And if it's too thick, I'll just add water to get it the right consistency.
You know, I was just thinking, half of our audience probably has a dog and they completely understand why we spoil a dog. And the other half is like,
They're nuts.
I don't get it. You people out there are crazy.
We might be, but that's okay. I don't mind being crazy. All right, mix this all up and see how it looks. That looks about perfect. Then it's just a matter of spooning it or pouring it into these little molds.
Ruby sees what you're doing.
Oh, she knows.
She knows what you're doing.
Yeah, she knows exactly what we're doing. And she's going to want one. I know you will, Ruby. All I have to do is say that word, popsicle. And I can get her to do anything. You're very interested, huh, Rube? So once you get these filled up, it's just a matter of sticking them in the freezer, letting them freeze.
Sounds easy enough.
It is, and it's a great way if you do have something, you know, it's going to go bad, you don't want to lose it, but you don't have time to fix it for yourself, or maybe it's a little too ripe for you. Ruby doesn't care.
So only one problem now.
What's that?
That's the Vitamix, right?
Yes.
And it's got sticky peanut butter in there. What a mess to clean up.
No, well, Vitamix, you just run it with detergent in there. It gets most of it. Once in a while, there's a little spot you have to scrub, but it comes clean, no problem.
So it's like self-cleaning in a way?
Yeah, but if you do just have a regular blender, the peanut butter might be too much. You might want to soften the peanut butter in the microwave, but the Vitamix can handle it. It just chaws it up. So
Cool.
Stick these in the freezer, and I'm going to get one out and show you how she likes it.
Okay.
So here's what it looks like when it comes out of the freezer. I put it down in the spot, screw it on. Ruby, you want this? You want a popsicle? Okay, stay. Okay. I think she likes it. Big surprise.
Well, that was fun.
Yep, so they're the end of the 4 butternut squash recipes.
Yeah. Who knew that I would like butternut squash so much?
I knew he would. If he just is tasting it, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just have to convince him to try it.
Yeah, they were good. And
Yeah.
Ruby loved hers too.
Yeah. So final rating, the pancakes, you really enjoyed. I think you gave them a 4.5.
Yeah.
They could be better. And I am going to try in the future sourdough butternut squash waffles. I think it'd be great with the sourdough
good.
added in. So that's on my
The
on my
pancakes
list.
was probably the biggest surprise of the whole
Yeah.
thing, of how good they were.
Yeah, but it's a great way to use
Like
butternut
the
squash.
cheesecake, I knew that I was going to like that.
Oh, I knew
I was
that
pretty
too.
sure.
Yeah.
I think you could put almost anything in cheesecake and love it.
Yeah. But now the second one, the casserole, the second
Yeah.
recipe, you weren't as crazy about that one.
No, but I think I was looking at it as like the center of the meal. If it's a little side dish and the other, I think it's good.
I really enjoyed it. That Gruyere cheese made it.
Yeah.
It really
Okay,
worked.
That was good as a side dish. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I
then
was
the-
probably harsh on it because I was looking at it like this was going to be the meal.
Yeah.
If you put a nice piece of ham or something beside it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would be
that'd
delicious.
good.
And then the spicy one, with the yogurt, what'd you think? That
Yeah.
you gave that one. I forget what you
Yeah,
gave.
I like that better than the casserole, actually. Even though I love the cheese on the casserole, I think the other was good, especially when you had the yogurt with it.
That was a great combination.
Yeah, it was good.
And now you didn't get to rate the cheesecake because the whole family was here. What would you rate the cheesecake?
Well, again, almost all cheesecake has to be great. So you're starting at a pretty high platform, so you automatically get at least a 4. And then when you add the nuts to it, I'm going to give it a 4.5 because those nuts with it, perfect companion.
The
Very
candied
good.
pecans, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can't
Yeah.
believe we've never really made them before.
Yep.
Oh, and Ruby said to tell you, the popsicle, she rated a 5 out of 5. So she was happy with that.
It's good.
So how about that? Some butternut squash you enjoy. So now
Yeah.
he's getting like more and more squash.
You know, I think we did pretty well on these others, but I got to wonder if there are others out there that we're missing
There's
that
a
are
million.
fantastic. you
There's
know?
a million butternut squash recipes. Just go on Pinterest and start looking. There's
Yeah.
a plethora.
But I bet our
Every
viewers
kind.
have one that they regularly use. We just don't know about.
If you have your favorite, let me know, because I still have a lot of butternut squash down there I
Yep.
need to use. So I'd love to try new recipes. So, well, thanks for watching us for our butternut squash week, and we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.